I've been a big fan of action movies and thrillers all my life, going all the way back to when I was a little kid. And this story literally came from out of nowhere. You know, with us being in a pandemic and having to put some of our bigger projects on hold, I wanted to be creative and try to figure something out so we could still try and shoot something this year.
One of the things that really attracted me to this script as we're developing it is the characters and how layered they really are and what the subtext is and what it means. For example, our hero, Jason, lives by the book of the FBI until his wife, Savannah, is taken from him. And then he has to make the ultimate choice. Does he stay with his dogma that he's used his entire life and career, or does he deviate from that in order to save his wife?
Savannah Cole just turned 31, just finished her fellowship as a doctor, and her husband, that she is madly in love with, just got promoted to senior FBI agent.
Jason Cole is a family man. He's very family oriented. He's doing well in his career. He's very established, and he's faced with a lot of things from his past that are now present.
Jason has his own set of principles that he lives by, so when they were challenged, he had to really look inward. And that's kind of what Nikolai, the character Nikolai, plays on.
His character has a lot more to him than just trying to kill, get revenge. This is a bad guy who's intelligent, savvy, and he is going after this guy who was part of a team who was trying to incarcerate but inevitably killed his father.
My guy, Josh Hooks, he's such an amazing actor. He's so talented. In each scene, it's like we're fighting each other to steal the scene, to steal who's gonna be the top dog in that scene. And when you get to work with somebody like that, it's amazing because then you create magic.
Tyrell Smith is Special Agent Jason Cole's partner, best friend, oldest buddy. He's a real go-getter, to tell you the truth. He's kind of brash, kind of intense. You know, there's a bit of an adversarial relationship with our boss, Agent Green.
Agent Green was super important. Definitely the producers wanted to have great diversity within the cast, but having her be a quintessential leader, she still cared about Savannah and what was happening and realizing that I'm gonna do what I can to make sure my subordinate gets his wife because that time is ticking.
With my wife and kids, I have teenagers, and what we would want to watch as adults and would be interesting to us might be a little too heavy content-wise for them. So we wanted to bridge that gap. Above that, we also want to produce content that's something that we can be proud of for our children to watch for years to come.
I wanted to produce something that families could watch with their children without worrying about if there's going to be a scene that's going to be inappropriate or if they're going to hear inappropriate language. Because you can tell a story without having to do those things.
When Ken and Kevin and Ty called me and said, hey, we want you to direct this movie, we think you'd be great for it. Here's the caveat. Can you do it in 5 days? My immediate response was, sure, absolutely.
In order to really maximize the time that we had, we really had to build on some ideas that aren't traditional, especially for indie projects.
A project like this was actually reverse engineered and designed to be done in that environment.
Normally you take a script and you try to build the production around the script. This one was completely the other way around. The location that we had here at Terminus, we were able to make it look like 100 different places based upon where we shot it, how we dressed it. We worked with 3 separate cameras running the whole time in order to get coverage. And what that did is allowed us to speed it up because we had a hard requirement that we cannot push people beyond 10 hours a day. And that was really the only way that we were going to be able to do this is through heavy coordination and planning. All done in 5 days on an indie budget with an indie crew, but done the way that it was supposed to be done.
We're so grateful for Mercedes to come on board and help us with getting some really high-end vehicles. It really adds to our production value. It says, we believe in you as Atlanta filmmakers and we're vested in the city, and without their help, we wouldn't be able to do it at this level.
Rift 2021, you guys should definitely check it out with everything going on in society. especially when you talk about politics in the police force. It can kind of have a negative connotation attached to it, but with this specific project, we wanted to flip that on its head and just kind of spin it around and give it a different narrative.
I think the audience is going to love the movie. I think they're going to be surprised by a few things, and I think it's a fun ride.
Rift is coming out 2021. #Rift Movie 2021. Check us out.